mismatched. They're just 1 pound, and I have a flex band here, okay? So we are going to, again, work with our props as modifications. We're going to start sitting here with the band maybe around our mid-back. Let's cross it and we'll breathe here. You can always sit on a chair or a block or have your legs out. It's up to you, but let's inhale and exhale. And let's inhale, pushing into the back of the band while keeping the shoulders down and elbows close, and exhale. See if you can gather up a little bit more on that band. I'm gonna scooch a little bit here. So like our llama is here. Okay, and let's inhale and exhaling. And one more, just breathing and exhaling. Nice, we should feel pretty connected here. Let's take our band this way, just right out in front of us. And let's inhale, opening the band, feeling the shoulders widen in the front, this part, okay? And exhale, let's keep that width in the arms, and let's inhale, feeling the expanse into the back of the ribs, and exhale, feeling the abdominals connect. And maybe you're sitting more towards your tailbone. I kind of shifted back there naturally. And maybe your shoulders are relaxing down and you can lengthen through the back of the neck. And let's do one more. Very nice. Let's relax our arms. Let's come down onto our backs. Okay, still with our band, and let's put the band kind of across the mid-thigh here, and we can hold on to it with our hands. Maybe it will stay. Let's see. And we're just going to bridge this way. Okay, oh, maybe it's not. It's just kind of rolling up to the top of my thigh. That's okay. Inhaling and exhale, curling the tailbone. Remember, we're using abdominals first, pressing down with our hands and rolling up, pushing into that band. Inhale and exhale, rolling down your one vertebra at a time. Okay, inhaling and exhale. Use that exhale to flex the spine, rock the pelvis, then pushing down through the heels to activate your hamstrings, and think of pushing your knees forward and lifting your hips into the band as we roll to the shoulders. Inhale and exhale. Soften the sternum. So think of pushing the sternum down as we're still pushing up into the band. Just a lot of glute work there. Good, and let's inhale and exhale, rocking back. Feel the press into the band, keeping it slow. If you need more breath, then just pause and inhale, and exhale, continue to roll. Inhaling and exhale, roll down. And we'll do one more here. Inhaling, exhale, rock back. Feel the big toe, feel the pinky toe, feel the heels. I love doing Pilates barefoot because the foot placement really matters. Inhale and exhale, rolling down. I'm not even sure if I gave you a full bridge there, but that's okay. Let's, from here, rock into a tiny pelvic tilt. So pubic bone is above the hip bones in space. Rib cage is connected down. We have some space between our neck and the floor. And let's take our one foot into the band here. Okay, and let's kind of anchor our elbows. They can be wide, they can be in close. Okay, they'll be in a little external rotation. Wrap the band around your hands if that's easier for your hands. Okay, and we're just gonna hold this stretch. Feel free to move your ankle. Okay, move at the hip socket. Internal rotation, external rotation. Using the band to help you hold your leg up. Good. And then from here, we're going to keep this connection. Make sure that your hip bones are level and they're not dropping from one side to the other. And then keeping our arms anchored, we're going to lower the leg down. Inhale and exhale, control up. And press down, inhale. Exhale, raise. And what you're looking for here is that your pelvis is stable and it's not changing position at all as your leg presses into the band. So we have quite a few exercises where the leg moves and we need to, again, create that resistance on our way down. So the band helps us find where to work from. 2 more. Very nice. And let's switch our sides here. Okay, again, finding our pelvic position. It might shift. It might be different from one leg to the other. Okay, and moving the ankle. If you need to warm that up, moving the leg and the hip socket into internal and external rotation for just a little baby mobility work. Let's anchor our arms down and let's inhale, lower, exhale, raise. Take a look at your pelvis. Is it moving? Do you have your abdominal scoop? I'm going a little fast. You do not have to go fast, okay? So our goal is pelvic stability. One more time. And give your hands a break if you need to. We're gonna switch back to our first leg. And here, okay, I'm gonna wrap the bands. It does hurt my hands a little bit after a week of work. My hands are tired. I'm going to make a low V with my arms here for support, and I'm going to engage my stabilizing hamstring and make my knee a little bit further out. We'll do single leg circles here. So we cross over, around, and up. Your stabilizing leg might be in the way. If you want to straighten it, go ahead. It's harder to maintain pelvic stability, but that's okay. So again, we are trying to find the muscles that we need to do our single leg circles when we have no props. Okay, because remember, the mat work is all about your control and creating resistance. When I used to teach mat class, I taught 6 a week. Let's switch sides. It was some of the best muscle development I ever had was from doing 6 mat classes a week. Okay, something to think about here. And second side, inhale, cross over, exhale, around and up. I'm just looking up this. I still have to check out my pelvis. Is it stable? Is my abdominal scoop there? 1 more. I think that's 5, which breaking our pattern, but that's okay. And reverse. And 1 more time. And that's your single leg circles. So if it's hard for you to find tension with your single leg circles in our regular mat class, feel free to grab a band. You can always use props, even if I'm not cueing the props. Okay, let's take our little baby weights. Okay, let's put our hands down. We're going to press our palms down. Okay, here, I want you to really feel, go ahead and release, the width of the collarbone. It attaches to your sternum all the way to your shoulder blade. Okay, it's pretty long. And I want you to feel that wide. So we get connection in the back and the sides of the shoulders. Okay, there's a lot of flexion in Pilates. Okay, but it's should not be coming from a rounded forward shoulder. Okay, so here we're going to put our hands on the waist, but we're going to imagine that the top of our shoulder is pressing down. Okay, and then our hands. And then we're going to exhale, close our ribs, and everything should be connected, okay? From here, let's bring a leg up to chair position, and a second leg up to chair position. And now we're connected in the front and the back. And let's lower one leg down, and raise. And second side, and raise. And raise. Oh, and make sure the belly stays pulled in and the low spine stays connected to the table or the mat or the floor, whatever you're on. One more on each side. And release them down. Whew. That should be a lot of work in your upper body, okay? And then we're creating that tension in the abdominals by tilting the pelvis and scooping, okay? So from here, let's do a reverse abdominal curl. If you would like to go straight legs, go ahead. But since we're in a little scale back, I'm just gonna do chair position. But I'm going to imagine that I'm activating my hamstrings. I'm just gonna activate them by putting my dumbbells at my calf and my hamstring and bending my knees into it so I can feel my hamstrings are turned on. I have a hard time finding those on my own, okay? From here, let's inhale. Exhale, press your shoulder down, press your hands down and curl up and over. Inhale, roll down. We'll just do one full breath pattern here. If you are legs straight and you're taking it up further, feel free to do 2 full breath patterns. Oh, I'm losing my hamstrings. And I'm gonna bend into here so I can feel my hamstrings active. And inhale and exhale, press down with the shoulders, curl the tailbone, shrink the rib cage and over. Ooh, and roll down. And we have 2 more. Inhale, exhale. My triceps are helping me launch myself over my head. Inhale and exhale, last one. And all the way down. And from here, let's do our hundreds with a small ab curl, actual real chair position. Let's find those hammies. I keep losing them. And let's keep our hands on the weight. So let's inhale. And exhale, let's round up and just press your arms down. And let's inhale, 2, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, into, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, into, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, into, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, into, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, halfway, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, into, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, into, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, into, 3, 4, 5, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, last round, exhale. Release. Okay, so I did not have you move your arms, but when you're doing your hundreds, you want to have that same level of connection of pressing down into the weights. It's not a flap, right? It's a press down. Let's grab our little band, okay? And let's do some side lying work. Let's just put the band at our ankles, okay? Let me make sure you can see me amidst all the toys. That's an ice cream truck right there. Okay, and from here, find your mouse house. We talked about that yesterday. Stacking the hips and a slight tilt of the pelvis and pulling in here. I'm just starting with my legs apart so that I have tension on my band. And let's inhale, raise, and we're gonna hold it. And exhale, lower. Just a little bit. Inhale, raise. Exhale, lower. Inhale, raising. Exhale, down. 2 more. Okay, and again, when we're doing our side lying series with no band or no props, that's the level of tension you should be creating in your hip socket, okay? Let's take our leg up so we have tension. And let's exhale forward. And inhale into extension. I don't know if you can really see it from this angle, but I'm trying to bring my foot behind my hip in space to create extension. And let's go forward. And back. And forward. Exhale. Inhale back. You can change that breath pattern, but breathe the movement here. Breathe the movement there. And let's go one more time. Your quads should be so turned on. And relax. Let's switch our sides. Okay. Just move around. Okay. And let's find our mouse house. Let's find our hips stacked. Let's find tension on the band. And let's inhale, raise, and hold, and really feel that squeeze, okay? And lower a little bit. And raise. And lower. And let's go 2 more. Make sure the ribs are closed. Make sure your core muscles are turned on. I forgot what I said already. We'll do 1 more. And here, and let's go forwards and backwards. Let's bring it forward on the exhale. And inhale. Stretch back till you feel your glute and your hamstring turning on. You can touch them to make sure. Sometimes tactile touching feedback is the best. Again, quad is on. That knee does not change at all. All the movement comes from the hip. Stabilizing leg is behaving itself. Mine is not. 1 more time. And back. And relax. And let's go ahead and sit up. Here, you can take your band left side, bend a little bit. Okay, I was debating, my hips. I think I have to sit with my legs out. That really took a toll on them for me, okay? Let's go arms up here. Okay, we'll just do a little side bend. We'll keep our arms exactly this far apart. Maybe I'll do this so it's not in the way. And our head exactly in between our arms the whole time. So let's inhale, sit up tall, exhale. Close the ribs and reach. And again, your arms are not doing the stretching. Your head is not, your whole spine is stretching over. Inhale and exhale up. Inhale here and exhale to the second side. Inhale and exhale up. Let's do 1 more on each side. Very nice, and release, and I always like to finish in the center. I don't really like to finish with a one-sided thing. Let's do our spine stretch forwards. Let's inhale and exhale. Pull the ribs in. Keep the shoulders pressing down like we did with our weights, and round forward. Inhale and exhale, roll up. I've chosen to keep my legs together for this one today, just for inner thigh connection for support. And I'm engaging my glutes like I'm sitting off my sits bones, just for more work, right? Everything has a place. And I'm thinking pressing my arms down but not moving them, and I'm still rounding in between them. Inhale and exhale up, and we have 2 more. Inhale, exhale. Scoop that in. Inhale and exhale up. And all the way up, and last one. And release your arms down. Nice work today. Don't forget, tomorrow we are going to work more spirals and more side body so that we can work towards our snake. All right, have a great